Bless the Lord, oh my soul. All within me, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Forget not all his benefits. He forgives all your sin. He heals all your brokenness. He redeems your life from the pit. Crowns you with mercy, crowns you with love. Slow to anger, rich in love. His compassion rises like the sun from the heavens, high above. Great is his love for everyone. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Every heart be given him praise. As far as the east from the west, he has carried my sins away. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Let his mercy cover the night. From everlasting to everlasting, his kingdom rules in light. Justice for all who are oppressed. He made his ways known to Moses, his acts to the children of Israel. As a father has compassion on the children that he loves, so the Lord shows compassion to the ones who fear his name. He remembers we are dust. Our days are like the grass, but his mercy never fades. His faithfulness will last. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Every heartbeat.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? How are you? Georgette, good morning. John, Jeff, Pet, Mr. Shift. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, good morning. We ended up stopping. We had a good trade off the morning, but then I gave back my profits later that morning with 2 trades because it started consolidating. So ended up break even. And then I ended up taking a trade in the PM session. Right here. I waited for it to hit this 5-minute, and then I took a trade right here. That's the only other thing that I got. The better entry would have been up here, but still worked out. We're going to pray here this morning. We'll wait for some people to show up, and then we'll get started. Yeah, I saw that. This is why it's like I don't want to put too much risk out there right now. We can wait. The market always does this. There's these periods of bad trading and then periods of great trading. And so my goal is to survive the bad market, and then when it cleans up, it's like let's jump on that. You know what I'm saying? We'll mark those. Let's go ahead, open in prayer, and then we'll get started. Father, we just honor you this morning. Lord, we just commit our ways to you. Lord, may your name be magnified in this live stream. Father, may your name be glorified. Father, I pray that everything that I do, everything that I say, may it reflect you in your name. Father, I pray a blessing over everyone here, Lord, that anybody that is a part of this stream, Father, will find blessing, will find increase. And I declare that in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Yeah, we'll take a look at those things here. I'm deciding what I want to trade today. We got news. So nothing except for Trump speaking tonight. I'm not gonna lie, the daily doesn't look very good. We could run for this daily high. If you jump up to the weekly time frame, I think we're going to end up closing inside it, or the monthly. My guess is we close inside the monthly. So in the next 6 days, because that's the end of the month in 6 days, I think we go higher at least 270 points. And we can get that easily in a day. Okay, so go ahead and mark out your previous day high and low. I've already marked midnight open. We'll go ahead and mark London high and London low. London high is already been swept. You can see that it was swept right here by the 8 a.m. candle. And then your London low is going to be sitting right down here at 2:30. Your high and low for London needs to be between 2 and 5 a.m. New York Standard Time. So looking at that 4-hour sweep, I don't know why it does not say a 4-hour sweep. Maybe it went higher and I'm not seeing that. It did at 2 a.m. So that's not a 4-hour sweep. It's a 1-hour sweep. No? Was I on the wrong? I was on the daily. That's why. So we do have a 4-hour sweep. Right here. London low would be a nice target. Go ahead and find our opening range gap this morning. Drop down to the 15-minute time frame and let's see what we got for our gap, our opening range gap. Wow, so that is our opening range gap there. It's a premium opening range. I think we're going to look for shorts. I'm going to take this 4-hour sweep and the tag of the previous day high. No, the lack of hitting the previous day high, but we hit the previous day high on ES. We're going to see if this is an option down here. We'll run those numbers. We've tagged 50%, 70% is still sitting here for OTE. Body's been respecting this fair value gap all day. 15-minute BISI. You can see that all the bodies are inside there. Yeah, previous day high and low. You just go to the daily time frame and you mark the high and low. Pretty simple. There's the daily high and low. I'm not opposed to the 930 model this morning. No 930 model this morning. All right, let's mark this here. And let's see what we got as far as the market. We got our London low. No go on 930. During London session was a very nice move up and the displacement reverse breaking for breaking just with that sweet impression. Yeah, I'm just not up at I'm not up at all during that time. So I can't take a look at it. I'm sleeping. I don't think I could trade London at all. Unless I'm like in a different time zone. No, that's just for the academy. We don't want to take anything in here right now. It's just consolidating. Okay, so since ES has hit the previous day high and it's very close to the previous day high, that's a real possibility. Technically, there's a small sweep right in there. We swept that high. Or that internal high right there. Nothing that I'd want to deal with. Respecting a 4-hour fair value gap. What 4-hour fair value gap are you talking about? Are you talking about this giant one down here? Yeah. It did. It respected even the consequent encroachment. Nah, I like that idea. Where would I want to get in? I feel like a run on London low would be attractive to see to go long. I think that's what I'd want to see. It would fill a portion of the opening range. We'd sweep liquidity on the hourly. We'd still be respecting this large hourly fair value gap here, which is pushing price higher right now. This is too much. This is too much words. I don't want all those words. All right, maybe I just don't like this song. Maybe I think that's what it is. Which state do I live in? I live in Nebraska. Is there a best state? I'm sure every state would have their pros and cons to it. I'm working on a trading journal. I wanted to do a better job tracking my day, what worked, what didn't, my state of mind, what I need to fix, what I need to repeat. Do you design websites, Ken? I mean, you just take away California's politics, and it's probably one of the best states to live in. Perfect weather. You got summertime. You got all the seasons anywhere in the state of California. I mean, not gonna lie. It got mountains. It got oceans. You get rid of the politics, and you have my vote. Minus the winter, that's like 6 months of the year. Isn't Pennsylvania further north than Nebraska? There's nothing here, guys. Nothing that we want to trade right now. Or nothing that I want to trade. Look left for more prices at. It's just back and forth, so I'm not going to do anything in here. We got a nice daily affirmation for today. So we do have that all set up. It'll be a good one. I'm tired, sorry. I mean, this is just, it's just really nasty. I do think higher prices would be in order. We got the hourly finding support here, hourly finding support here. We got the daily fair value gap as an obvious draw on liquidity. %50 is tagged there. Support. I didn't see any folder news at 9:45. There's no news today. Except Trump speaking tonight.
Generation to generation, give the King your judgments, O God, your righteousness to the King's Son. He will judge with righteousness your people. With justice, mountains bring peace, little hills, righteousness. He brings justice to the poor. He saves the children of the needy. Breaks in pieces the oppressor. They shall fear.
That's how I felt, Josh. That's kind of what I was like. We just need to stay away.
He comes down like rain on the grass. In his days, righteousness flourishes, abundance of peace. His name shall endure forever. His name shall endure forever. His name shall endure forever.
that might be a little disappointing. I'm opening up my my trade copier and I'm seeing an account that's red, that's blown. Looks like I left an order on. That's disappointing. Well, that's disappointing.
All nations call him blessed. His name shall endure forever. His name shall endure forever. His name shall endure forever, as long as the sun. His name shall endure forever. His name shall endure forever. His name shall endure forever, as long as the sun. Blessed be his glorious name forever.
Thank you, Ken. I appreciate it. That's a little disappointing.
Fill with his glory. Amen.
What really matters, Ken, though, is how do I handle myself in the trades I'm about to take? That's really what matters. Is can I handle my composure in my decision making? All right, so here's what I'll look at right now. All right, so we have this 4-hour sweep. I'm going to assume, if we assume that this sweep has been ran, okay, so we have reason to go lower. What I want to see is a willingness to move lower right here. And so what I'll do is we'll see how low this goes before it retraces. And I want it to come back up to 50% at least for an entry. And then we can use that as our potential entry. So we want to see it have a willingness to sweep here. I don't need the sweep to be here. The sweep could have happened here. And we continue lower from here. So we want to preserve our London low as our draw on liquidity. So if we can sweep here and then come back up to 50, at least 50%, 70% also looks attractive right here. So those are going to be my marks I'm reading. I am going to look at taking a short, not a long at the moment. We got 8 minutes till market closes. The last 15-minute candle gave us a large wick to the upside. So that's what's making this look attractive. And find some point of this as being a target right down here. So I think I've decided on direction. Direction is to the downside. Now I just need an opportunity that would support an entry. There's a nice breaker right here on the 5-minute. So at a minimum, I will not take a short unless we reach into this 5-minute. Sure, we could just drop right here and it would run and I'd miss it. I didn't have a clean inversion. I didn't have a clean breaker. So there was no other opportunity for me to get in. The opportunity at this point is reaching back up to the 5-minute. Or if it wants to reach back up to this mitigation block right around here. That to me is the logical entry for this trade. The breaker entry is right at the midpoint. That looks attractive too. So I see two ways that price could come up to here, and if it wants to keep going, I would have to cut my trade at some point. I don't think I could hold 50. I would not want to hold it that far if it decides to go all the way up there. So I think I would hold a tight stop, maybe 20 handles. And then from 20 handles, if it stops me out at 20 handles, then we wait to see if it wants to go higher. And even if I took this first inversion right here, that just wouldn't make sense. We had previous day high right here, buy side liquidity right here. We're too close to those targets for me to want to just take a trade in the opposite direction. Now I become interested in longs potentially at the lowest quadrant of the opening range gap, right around where this blue line is at. Somewhere in this fair value gap here on the 1 minute time frame, 420 from yesterday. That's where I would become interested in longs. Because ultimately I do think we are going to move higher. I just think the way we're moving higher is extremely jagged and not smooth. It's making it very hard to trade. So I want it to go down to go up, And then right now I want it to go up to go down. So I'm first looking for the up to down motion. That's what I want to see. We have an inversion here. I think I want my stop to be that high. So if I do a 20 handle stop loss, that means target entry would have to be just above the midpoint of that 5-minute fair value gap. And then that would be my potential target. So this is the idea right now, is something like that. The other option is if we just blow right through this, then I would consider something like that. I need to adjust my low because 50% changes now. So something like this is what I'm interested in. Yeah, 5-minute inversion. That looks nice. Yeah, I mean, structure-wise, it makes the most sense for order flow to move lower. So that's kind of what we're going to look for. It might be too heavy where it doesn't come up to the level that we want. In that case, I will miss out on that trade. 50% of the opening range has been tagged. High resistance liquidity. Then there's your low resistance liquidity run following. $10 made that low. I don't like when we make that low. I might take this inversion though. Not gonna lie about that. If it's gonna aggressively reverse like that, it doesn't look like it's gonna give it to us. As long as we don't hit the London low, will consider this. I don't like that we got so low and left it, because we could just be leaving it. We did sweep some internal liquidity right here. My computer's choppy. I'm not sure why. I'm not going to take it on the first stab because I feel like because of how close we got, my concern is that it might continue in this direction. So we'll see how it reacts to this 5 minute. And then if it wants to push up to the higher end of this range. I mean, I could take a small position there. That's honestly not a bad idea. And if it finds support, then add to it. Did we run London low on ES? Yes, we did. We ran London low on ES. ES seems to be hitting everything here. Maybe we should go to ES. There's not a single pullback. I'm going to set one limit order at 24,436. Right there. So I have a limit order set.
Order canceled. Order submitted.
Get back up there. Just tag me in and then you can drop. Please and thank you. Yeah, I see the midnight open. I mean, this is the order flow. This is the direction right now. So until it's telling me otherwise, I need to anticipate that it wants to run down here. Oh my gosh, it came within a tick. How close did that get? Within 3 points. 3 points. It came within. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That's what the black chart is. What's up? First time? How you doing? Welcome. First time builds. Why do I got the feeling that we're going to get into this trade and we're going to be sitting in it for like 30 minutes? That's how I feel. So we're going to do a starter position here if we get tagged, just to make sure it doesn't continue to push higher. Mitigate our risk. If we continue to see it hold, we will add to our position to the downside. Yes, we did go live, but it was for the private trading community, for all of those inside the academy.
Order submitted.
All right, we are in the trade right now. If it stops me out at 20 handles, I'm going to let it stop me out. I'm not going to move my position, and we will look for it to reach maybe these fair value gaps up here. 15 minutes right there. Yeah, I like everything moving lower right now. We filled the 5 minute completely. We tagged the 5 minute inversion as well. Everything does look good here. Oh, I forgot that I don't like when it makes that sound. I always have to remember to end it or to cancel it so it doesn't make those sounds. Order submitted. So having a hard stop loss in case it wants to go higher here. I did not get stopped out. I did now. So I'm stopped out on that. I did not want to take much risk there. Let's see if the 5 minute, and it closed through the 5 minute. So the 5 minute closed through it. We also have a 15-minute order block created right here. I'll tell you what, these conditions honestly are crappy. You can see my time always on the top right, on the top middle of my screen. That is the contract that I'm trading and the time frame that I'm on. Well, I just messed that design up. I'm trading MNQ, yes. I don't know if I want to go short after the 5 minute was just inversed. We have an inversion to the downside on the 5 minute, and we have an inversion to the upside on the 5 minute. If we go up to a higher time frame to get more clarity, we have it's heavy to the downside, but we have a 15-minute order block that was just created. If we go up higher, it looks bearish with 11 minutes left on the timer for that green candle. We go higher. We have an hourly order block that was created here by this down close candle. And if we go one time frame more, the 4 hour sweeps this 4 hour low here and leaves that 4 hour low. Four hours suggesting bullish. 1 hour and 30 minutes suggesting bearish. And the 15 minute and the 5 minute are confused. Three minute was inverse there. Every premium PD array is being violated. Rebalanced on what time frame? Yeah, these are tough conditions. Tough condition. It's being a tough cookie. It's being a tough cookie. I'm glad I haven't done anything. Holy cow. I'm like, that looks like a good inversion. Let's just wait and see what happens. And BAM! I think this could be the high right here. We still have time. Let's just assume, let's just think, you know, maybe 11. Boom, and then it goes. That's a possibility. Just got to give it patience. A lot of sitting. Man, I tell you what, trading goes against everything in human nature. That's what trading does. It goes against everything in human nature. In our nature as humans. I just said human nature backwards, if you got that. Who wants to sit and wait for 2 hours? Who wants to just click the button? I mean, it literally everything. I don't know about idiot. I don't know about idiot. He is a very smart man. Awesome. How do you pronounce your name? You're Vergana? I'm glad you're here. YOLO, baby. All right, Lewis. It's YOLO. You're YOLOing. You bet. I'm hoping to come out with another one in the next couple days. It's going to be called A Christian's Guide to Day Trading. ICT is done with what? Was he live streaming? Did you say you've recently put something new into the academy? No, I am finishing up the 30-day roadmap. I'm coming out with a new course. It's going to be extremely specific and dialed in for brand new traders. It is going to be a 30-day guide to learning to trade only one model, and it's for 30 days. So the problem with most courses, is that, and I didn't realize this even until recently, that most trading courses are just a dump of information for you to read. And that's not bad, but it's not how we as adults learn. And I've been doing a ton of research on how adults learn. And one thing that is for certain, if you as an adult don't see the immediate relevance of a lesson on how it's going to further the end goal, you don't remember it. So I've stripped down this course to be only focused on everything that's relevant for one specific model, one specific trading strategy, and it guides you from the very beginning to the very end and weaning you off my support. So you should be able, by the end of this video, end of that 30 days, be able to confidently identify and look for your setups. Now, obviously, there's going to be days like today, yesterday, and the day before where the market just is crap and it's very hard to identify your trade, period. But when it does show up, you'll be able to see it. So that's a lot of psychology has gone into that. Now, if you're inside of the Purpose Driven Trader Academy, before I launch it, you will automatically get access to it. If you're not, once I make it go live, they will be two separate courses. The 30-day roadmap is the preliminary course to the academy. So more than likely, people that are interested in joining the academy will first join the 30-day roadmap before they join the academy. So that's why they'll be separate. I'm hoping to do by the way, it will be free. The PDFs will be free, but then I'm going to have 30 days of guided studying. So I have to record all of the videos for each of the days. I'm just about finished with the PDFs. Organizing them, laying them out in the correct way that I think is going to be the most effective for learning, specifically for brand new adult traders, right? As a kid, if you're told something to memorize something, you memorize it because you're told what to do. But when we become adults, we begin to reason. We challenge people's authority in why they're teaching us. So if somebody says, well, you need to remember this, the first question we ask is why? Why do I need to memorize that? Tell me the relevance. Convince me why I need to make this important. And if I feel convinced, then at that point, I'll consider it. That's an adult. That's us as adults. So each day has the lesson and the specific relevance why it's important for you to understand it. And then we go through it and we practice it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've had to really consolidate some of my time because there's so many things that I want to do and put together that I'm like, okay, I have to set everything else aside. This needs to be the priority. So this is going to be the priority right now. I'm still interested in this right here. For that to happen, I need a sweep of liquidity, or I need a change in state of delivery. So we need to run below that low or these lows down here. And then from there, if we can come back up, hit a breaker, and then we'll use that as our potential entry. I think that's the only other safe option for us to take right now. I see the previous day high. I'm just hoping that it wants to do that either now or not at all until we run these lows. Well, John, you know the answer to that. But I have not been thinking about it. Let's do that. 20 more likes, folks, and we'll do our daily affirmation. I have it all loaded right here. Today's affirmation is based on Proverbs chapter 16. Proverbs 16. Give me 10 more likes and we'll get started on it. Not the hearts, the likes. The likes. The hearts are nice, but you can click that a million times. You can only click the like button once. Thank you, Awakening. I saw it before a chat bot, a night bot removed it. All right, we hit our numbers. All right, it's Proverbs chapter 16, verse 16. I'll read it here. It's a good, I mean, it's obvious. You're going to be like, oh, this? Are you serious? All right. How much better to get wisdom than gold? To get insight rather than silver. How much better to get wisdom than gold? To get insight rather than silver. It's like this. Somebody says, if you learn this information in here, you're going to make millions of dollars. Or I can just give you $1 million and you won't learn anything. The Bible is saying that wisdom to earn that money is more valuable than gold. Here's our affirmation for today. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Go. That's not it. I don't know why. Should show up here. Sorry. Buzzkill. But the way I've been adding these to my charts is different. And there it is. All right. Here's our affirmation. I pursue wisdom above everything else because it is more valuable than anything I could gain. I choose understanding over shortcuts, knowing it leads to lasting success. And I think that is the key difference. You look at those that win the $1 million, the lotteries, a high percentage of them, 75, probably even higher, go broke after a few years. Now, would that be me if I was given $1 million? The answer is no. I would be a great steward of it. But the vast majority of people that go into these lotteries are people that don't have money. I don't do the lottery because I think it's a waste of money. I pursue wisdom above everything, above else. You think of Solomon, King Solomon. The Lord said to him, I'll give you anything. And what did he say? He said, Lord, give me wisdom to lead your people. And that touches the heart of God. Why? Because he cares about his people. You look throughout the whole Bible and you'll see story after story about how much he loves his people. And when we get the heart for God's people and ask for wisdom, not only does he give us the wisdom, but he says, I'm going to give you everything else as well. Let's pursue wisdom. Let's be good stewards of the knowledge and the wisdom the Lord has given us. Yes and amen. All right, just in time for the macro. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back. It's been very slow today, folks. I took the 930 model. It didn't pan out. We took the breaker, looked very good. We took a small position in case it wanted to move higher. It decided to move higher. And a lot of sitting. I think so. It really depends on this 30-minute candle. If we start closing above these, I think our odds are diminishing. This 30-minute needs to start moving the other direction. So does this hourly. If this hourly closes above these two order blocks, I think SOL. And I don't know where I'd want to take a long here. Lower low. We don't have a lower low here. Yeah, there's just nothing in here that I can trade. Yeah, so I understand what you're saying. This here, this 4-hour fair value gap, yes. We're going off of that. But it doesn't mean that price can't drop down to grab London low. So we have this. Yes, I would like to see higher prices, but I specified how I want it to see it drop below down here, sweeping out all of this built up liquidity here to then go long. So yes, I'm long, but how do I go long if I don't sweep a low, if I'm looking for sweeps of liquidity? And ultimately, I wanted to see this run because now we got a triple equal low. Those are triple equal lows. That's now even more attractive in my mind to run this level. When is it going to do that? I just don't know. Anytime here, let's reframe this, Ken. I would reframe what you're saying. Ken said the market is certainly trying to figure things out. I would change it. I think the market is looking to build orders. That is how we need to treat it. The market is building orders, and you're not wrong in saying what you said. I get it. I would have said the same thing, but just for those that don't understand. It's not that the market is confused. It's that the market is building positions. How many people get stopped out inside a consolidation? How many people, if you get stopped out, that means somebody's buying your order. And usually it's institutional based entries that are building positions for the expansion. We just don't know which way. I want it to go higher after. I preferably wanted it to run these lows. And you'll notice that we have had, here's an hourly fair value gap. Look at that hourly fair value gap. That sucker's been like a rock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If we close above that hourly, the game's over for shorts. Game's over. So what have we been doing? We've been bouncing back and forth between this hourly here and this hourly. That's what's been happening. You see that? Consolidation. It's consolidation. Some days we're done in 30 minutes. Some days we're done in 4 hours. Or we just walk away. Five minutes. 5 minutes. See you, John. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Too soon? Ryan predicted a total collapse of the market. I'm buying only food and ammo now. Which Ryan? What'd you get in? When did you get in, Ryan? I thought you were in over here. Like around 9:45. So 5 minutes. So Ryan got in. Let's analyze Ryan's trade. All right, so this is your stops right here then. 24, 5, 21. Yeah, that's a big stop. Hey, but you got your stop and you're following the plan. That's what matters. I mean, it does matter if the strategy is profitable, but I mean, that adapts over time. You know, I literally have nothing. I literally have nothing here. I have a sweep of liquidity here. So the 4-hour and the hourly swept down here. That's the only, we have a correlation of that, leaving these London lows. Okay, so let's assume we leave the London lows. If we close above this order block, or if we create these down close candles into an order block by closing above them, that's going to be right here. Okay. So we'll mark that as an hourly order block. Then what would we want to see after this? It also would be a close of the 15-minute fair value gap. We haven't had a 15-minute close yet. Okay. Fair enough. That'd be a 15-minute SIBI. So that would be a confirmation of a long, in my opinion. The sweep of this internal high is going to be important for changes, for a market structure shift. Right now, we're still in the downtrend. And if we close moving this way, then shorts are still a possibility. All right, so there's the close. We did not close above the 15-minute nor the hourly. That's what I think. I'm bored too. Hey, I'd rather talk than sit and do nothing. Yeah, this is a slow day. Normally we have 200 people in here. We're light on the day. We light. Doesn't help that I've taken a couple losses this past week too. All right. Here we go. If we get a sweep here, my ears will be perked for shorts. And I would want something like this. I want to see it come down to here. Back up to here to then go lower. That's what I'd want to see. That is right now the only feasible option that I can see. %. But also bored when you take your trades. Like, yeah, it is boring. But also, the thing is, you need to be bored even when the market's ripping and roaring. And not feel like you're missing out. That's the problem. It's easy to get bored in here because most people can admittedly say that there's nothing good going on here. People will still lose money in here. But if you're a step above those people that are losing money in here, then you're, one step ahead of them if you're bored. Sure, but the question is, can you be bored when it's doing this and your model doesn't show up? That's much harder. Is that these much harder? We see the market roaring and we're like, it ain't stopping. It ain't stopping. It's gonna go. It's going all the way. And then you get in and it turns around and goes the other direction immediately. There is one small fair value gap right up in here. It's kind of the thing that I'm watching right there. But it's irrelevant if we're not sweeping this low. Let's look at the 5 minute. See how the 5 minute, that low is the 5 minute, those two up close candles. These two up close candles led to the high, so that's what we're looking for, is for price to close below that. They just ain't doing it right now. Yeah, it's a weird place to be. You got to be patient, so patient that you can wait days, but then so aggressive when it shows up that you don't hesitate. Like a hunter. That means you're not ready to size up, Josh. That's how you need to interpret it. Interpret it as you're just not ready to size up yet. My P&L is red. I'm down $42 for the one trade that I took on my funded account. Well, funded accounts. I have it copy trading. Not yet. We really haven't done nothing, DR. I want it to drop right here. Right now is the perfect time to drop. Leaving this fair value gap. That's it. I see it. Okay. We swept the low, but now I want that fair value gap to stay. I don't want it to go and close it. Hallelujah. That's too high. I could see it sweeping. I could see that happening. I just my thing is I haven't had an entry to get in. So it's like I'm not getting in. I did say that this fair value gap right here looked attractive, but if we would have just swept that right there and then came up to that fair value gap, I would have been like, all right, folks, we might have an opportunity. But it didn't. It left it there and didn't give us an opportunity. That's fine. That's fine. All right, so this one, we have our fair value, or the 50% at this fair value gap and the 70% at the swing high. Let's look here. It's only 20 points. That's not bad. That's not bad. I think I might take the entry at the 50%. If it can get me up to the 50%, I probably will take the entry. It's an order block, or it's a breaker here. High, low, higher, high. We broke lower. I think this order block here could find resistance, meaning we just come up to it, maybe wick into it, and then find a sell-off. Here's the breaker low. We would at least, at a minimum, need to wait for that. Or we chase. I mean, those are the options. Those are the options, folks. We just tagged 50% of the range, just like that. Lord have mercy. Missing a trade or missing a move because it doesn't hit your level does not mean that your trading strategy is not good enough. That it does not mean that. But we tend to leave strategies that work to go for something that maybe has a higher execution rate, but it doesn't necessarily have the same win rate. And the market's just doing its thing where it just doesn't give the proper entries. Unless you were already in it and you got in for a different entry technique. I'll let you know when I take a trade. I've told you what I'm interested in. Haven't done nothing with it yet. Like I'm getting, like I could fall asleep right now. That's right. Discipline equals freedom. Thanks, Jim Rohn. Oh my gosh, is that just the most annoying thing? That is quite annoying. It hit 50%, but it didn't give me any indication that it wanted to roll over. We didn't sweep any liquidity. We swept it here. That's unfortunate. What was it? There it is. That's Jim Rohn from yesterday. Trading the Nasdaq. Well, I haven't been trading anything. Been a lot of sitting. A lot of sitting. No, I don't, John. Or J Mon. If we come back up to 450? Yeah, I mean, that's where it'd be. We have this breaker right here. That's in line with it right here. Using the 50% level definitely keeps you from getting in too early, but here's the reality is you miss moves as a result of it. It just happens. How is there an ant on my desk? There better not be any more ant. Oh my gosh. Say hello to my little friend. Way to go, Ryan. You held through all of that. You deserve that one. All right, so this is what I wanted to see. Remember? This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Now, from here, I can look for longs. Once we fill, the lower of this portion right here. I'm irritated, disappointed. Oh, couldn't just, come back and do just one little thing. It had to be just a straight line. And it's these straight lines that make you go, oh, the next time it does it, and you start seeing it next time, that's when you get in quickly to chase it, and then it goes against you. All right, so there's the 4 hour. There's the 1 hour. Yeah, we did all this in 20 minutes. When it wants to move, man, price will take off. The ride is over. He ain't stealing my piece. Might be slightly annoyed, but we're good. Okay, what is this now? Maybe I need to go back to some... Ooh. It always goes to this. Why does it go to this? It goes to this Buddha thing. I'm like, stop. I don't want that. Maybe I get some bumping. Maybe I just call it a day. Sounds like the Strait of Hormuz is open. Trump got it opened by threatening to bomb their power plants. All right, I need some bump. I need something to wake me up. I just like this. I like this playlist right here. What am I looking for to confirm a long? I'm looking for a breaker to the upside. Or I would take a failure swing lower followed by an inversion to the upside. If it, I will tell you right now, if it does this and it does that and it goes straight back up, I will not take it. So Ryan, if I was to show people what you did, it sounds like your entry was the first presented 5-minute fair value gap, which would be right here. And you took the trade on the front end. What does that mean? Does that mean you took the trade on this close at the 9:45 candle? What 5-minute fair value gap? That one? I'm on the 5-minute time frame. So you went short on this 5-minute fair value gap. Oh, the 9:45. So, okay. So that was the first one after 9:30. Price comes into it here at 10:05. And that is when you got in at 10:05. Stop is at the C1, which would have been up here. So, for those that were watching, this was the trade. It was a 1-to-1. All right, we hit 50%. Let's see if we have a retracement here. I'm like, I can't trade. I can't do that, guys. I just can't. I have. I win some, I lose some. So I have two options for me. If we come down here, failure swing, and go higher, if there's an inversion, I'll take that long. If we come up to the 70%, which overlaps with this breaker, that is where I would look at potentially taking a short. I'm not as interested in shorts at the moment. But right now, that would make sense. Inside of these ranges, we're going lower. Internal point, internal entry, external target. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on here. A lot of sitting waiting. Like, I can't trade that. I mean, it's just a straight V. I won't trade it. You know what? I might take a long. Not necessarily here, but I might look for a long. This is what I wanted for the higher prices. We did the dip down here. And we are just going straight for the moon here. Here was a fair value gap. Let's look at the hourly on here. Yeah, we still got 30 minutes. And if that goes from a wick down here to up here, that really then tells us that we're bullish.
Moses, Aaron, Samuel, they called, you answered. Cloud spoke.
We're going to get it. We're going to get it, folks. 15 minute. We have a 15-minute fair value gap right here. And for a 5-minute,
A God who answered, a God who can. Exalt the Lord, worship.
we did tap that 70% almost exactly. You guys see that? There's a 70% of this range here. We tapped it here and then reversed right away. You would have been in drawdown by 8 points for half a second. And then you'd be up 130 points. I'm not going long. I can't go long with it looking like this. I'd rather try to take a short. It did hit the breaker. I was looking for to see if it wants to come up to this 1 minute right there. That's interesting, Ryan. Did not. I wonder if just disconnected. My chat got disconnected. Maybe try it again. This is Christian music. What's up, Daniel? I'm going to take a short here. My screen is frozen. Did I say... Yeah, you're right. I'm going to hold off. We got that 5 minute there. I'll let it do one more pass higher, and then I'll probably look at taking a short. And we're outside of the macro. I've been on a long time, haven't I? Take care, Mary. I let you influence me. I let you influence me, Tax. I like this better. I like the short. I normally don't let people influence me on a chat. That's a first. Yeah, 15 minute. We're delivering to the 15 minute. All right, it's perfect. That's why I took the entry. And then I allowed tax to influence me on this 5 minute. I'm like, wait, I didn't see that 5 minute. And I didn't look at the 15 minute. And if I looked at the 15 minute, I would have been like, nope, I'm staying in this. I would have gotten out on this low, most likely. Because I think we're gonna make a failure swing here and then move higher. So that's what I'm looking for, is the failure swing here. I'm not a fan of breakers like these. Trying to take a short right there. They could work, but it could very easily just move right past it. No worries, man. You didn't do anything wrong. I don't even know how many people are in here. Been on here for a while. How long has this live stream been? 2 hours and 27 minutes. No, 3 hours. 2 hours? Is the max a 3 hour live stream? I don't know. Being on here, it might actually, it's helpful at times. I'm more disciplined for sure. So, do you know how easy it is to enter a trade when no one's watching? Click. It's just a click of a button. Apex is doing a sale right now. They 85% off. And it is going for another day, I believe. It ends tomorrow at some point. Last 1 minute for value gap. That's what I'm watching. I mean, doesn't that look so perfect? And I missed it. Ugh. Don't say sorry again. You're good. Previous day midpoint being respected there. You're good. My guess as after we've seen this, noon is going to be consolidating. So I'll probably end at noon. We'll give it 15 more minutes and then we'll end it. What's up, Hal? Haid as Howie? Can I say Howie? What's up? You're short at 11:30? Yeah, I tried to get short at 11:30. Now I'm waiting for it to reach down into here and see if we want to move back up this way. We took one trade here where I wanted to go short. Went short on this breaker. Got stopped out immediately. Eventually came this direction. And then we were going to use this as a trade to go short. And I got scared out of the trade thinking it was going to go higher. Give it 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes, and then we'll probably call it a day. I might try this again right here. See if it wants to go for this low right down here. Looking for this low to play out right here towards this lower 1 minute fair value gap off this breaker. It did not reach up to 50%, so it could come back up here, but we're going to take a shot. All right, stopped out there, guys. I think it could go higher if Trump gets the Strait of Hormuz open, then I think it's gonna go back up. That's the thing that's been keeping it from going. I have no idea how long it's gonna take. I think we're in uncharted waters as far as how easy it's or when it's gonna be easy again. All right, folks, I'm going to call it a day there. We'll be back here tomorrow. A lot of sitting, a lot of waiting. Took 2 trial trades. They didn't play out in the direction that I wanted. So we're going to take a small loss. Not very big, which is good. But maybe something will come up this afternoon. But we'll be back again tomorrow. So 9:15 New York Standard Time, we'll be here. Until then, guys, God bless, stay safe, and we'll see you all later. Take care.